Welcome! Today we're diving into the essential factors that help you choose the right partner for deuterated labelled chemical synthesis in Canada. Whether you're working in pharma, research, or analytical development, choosing the right synthesis partner can make all the difference, saving you time, money, and a lot of frustration. Let's begin. I want to start with a true story, one that perfectly illustrates why choosing the right synthesis partner matters. A few months ago, I spoke with a researcher from a mid-size pharma company. Let's call him Daniel. Daniel's team ordered a deuterated impurity standard from an overseas vendor. Everything looked great on paper. Fast delivery, low cost, impressive claims. But when the NMR results arrived, everything fell apart. The deuterium incorporation was incorrect, and unlabeled contaminants interfered with their LC-MS quantification. That one decision cost Daniel 6 weeks of his development timeline and a big portion of his project budget. Stories like this remind us that not all synthesis partners are created equal, and that the cost of poor quality can be far greater than the price of the compound itself. Before we talk about choosing the right partner, it's crucial to understand why deuterated synthesis is a precision craft. Many people assume it's simply swapping a hydrogen atom for a deuterium atom. But in reality, the process can dramatically impact yield, purity, isotopic distribution, and long-term stability. For example, if deuterium is introduced too early in the route, acidic conditions can cause back exchange, undoing the labelling entirely. If temperature or solvent control isn't handled correctly, you can lose 5 to 20% of isotopic enrichment without realizing it. And if isotopic scrambling happens, where the deuterium moves to unexpected positions, the standard becomes useless for accurate quantitation. This is why experience matters. You need a partner who understands isotope-chemistry, not just general organic synthesis. The first and most important criterion is expertise. A company might list hundreds of molecules they've synthesized, but what you want to know is, do they truly understand isotope-specific chemistry? Look for signs like a mechanistic understanding of deuterium exchange, clear strategies to prevent back exchange, experience with reductive deuteration, deuterated halogenation, and stable isotope substitution. Capability with complex structures like heterocycles, benzylic positions, and alpha carbons. If a company can't clearly explain how they prevent deuterium from scrambling or being lost, then it is not the right partner. Walk away. Even if the chemistry is done correctly, poor analytical testing can completely ruin the value of your compound. That's why strong analytical capabilities are non-negotiable. A reliable synthesis partner should have high-resolution LC-MS/MS for isotopic distribution analysis, both 1H and 2H NMR to confirm incorporation and identify positional isomers, validated GC or LC impurity profiling for unlabeled contaminants, HRMS for confirming complex structures. But here's the key difference. A great partner won't just give you a certificate. They will give you a complete isotopic distribution report with real data you can trust. If your deuterated compound is meant for pharmaceutical use, GLP studies, method validation, or impurity tracking, regulatory expectations matter a lot. Your partner should provide Documentation aligned with Health Canada and FDA requirements. Full traceability and detailed batch records. COAs, synthesis routes, and stability data. Production inside GMP or ISO certified facilities. Having regulator-ready documentation saves you from painful delays later in development. It's not just about making the compound, it's about defending its quality. Next, think about flexibility and scalability. Your needs may start small, but they often grow as a project advances. A strong synthesis partner should be able to support milligram to gram to multigram production. Adjustments to synthetic routes for higher deuterium enrichment. Structural modifications if your study needs change. A great partner doesn't just hand you a molecule. They adapt with you and support your project's entire life cycle. Remember Daniel's story. One of the biggest issues wasn't the impurity, it was the silence. Good chemistry cannot fix poor communication. Here's what transparency looks like. Weekly or bi-weekly updates. Early warnings if the yield drops or if isotopic loss is detected. Clear, realistic timelines. Honest explanations when challenges arise. On the other hand, red flags include long periods with no updates, missing details about problems, unexpected delays without explanation. Great partners keep you informed at every stage. Now let's talk about why choosing a Canadian deuterated synthesis partner can offer major practical benefits. Canada offers a stable supply chain with fewer customs delays, strong alignment with North American regulatory standards, reliable IP protection for sensitive research projects, faster logistics and more controlled shipping options. For time-critical PK studies, metabolite tracking, or stability testing, these advantages translate directly into faster turnaround times and more reliable results. Let's wrap everything together. Choosing the right synthesis partner comes down to 6 key strengths. Technical depth in isotope chemistry. Strong analytical capabilities. Understanding of regulatory expectations. Flexibility and scalability. Transparent communication. And the practical benefits of working with a Canadian provider. Always remember, you're not just buying a molecule, you're buying confidence in your data. If you need a checklist, templates, or recommendations based on your project, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you make the right choice.